aka Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. So Vasyl Lomachenko stops Miguel Marriaga in the 7th round. It was a technical knockout, so the corner decided to stop the fight. Marriaga was taking a little bit too much damage, and they stopped it as a result, and as a result, Vasyl Lomachenko has successfully defended his WBO belt. And I believe his record is now, what is it now? 10-1? I think something like that. 10-1. So he has officially hit double digits with his fights. 10-1, you know what I mean? And which was a pretty good performance from Lomachenko, you know what I mean? A lot of people have a problem with Lomachenko. And I see why, you know what I mean? The ESPN propaganda machine. It's just disrespectful. They make these claims of Lomachenko kind of being the best, you know what I mean? Like the best ever, like TBE, on his 11-fight win streak or 10-fight win streak. And it's really kind of disrespectful to the sport, man. They really prop this guy up to be a lot more than what he is, in my opinion, Let me explain that. To me, Vasyl Lomachenko's best quality, his best attribute is his conditioning, Yeah, he has some boxing skills. Yeah, he has a decent everything else, good footwork and all that. But his conditioning, to me, is probably his best quality, The pace that he maintains throughout the entirety of a fight is that in which most fighters cannot keep up with, okay? If you really think about Vasyl Lomachenko, and I'm going to keep it $150 here, he's really a prettier version of Shawn Porter, in my opinion. He really is. He beats fighters with his work rate, okay? He's a pretty Shawn Porter, okay? A more skilled Shawn Porter. In essence of what he does, In most of his fights, he doesn't knock people stone cold the fuck out. He's a pretty speedy guy. He has pretty speedy footwork, that kind of thing. But, I mean, even his speed ain't all that, to tell you the truth. He has good reflexes, good defense. No, I'm going to say good reflexes. His defense, I can't really say he has good defense because he relies a lot on his reflexes. So what that kind of tells me is the older he gets, the more he's going to kind of slip. Like Floyd Mayweather, for example, his defense is always going to be sound because of the way he employs defense. Okay? Vasyl Lomachenko kind of strikes me as like a Roy Jones type, where he relies more so on his reflexes rather than actual defense, using his feet to get in and out of the way. And he does do that to a certain extent. Putting up a good guard and blocking punches, more so for him, it's using his reflexes to get in and out of the way. So I think that people overall kind of make Lomachenko to be a little bit better than what he is, ESPN Teddy Atlas is really kind of sickening to me, man. I mean, him and Joe Tessitore, man. I used to really like those guys. I really thought that they were good commentators, but they've kind of turned into HBO 2.0, Jim Lampley 2.0, and I mean, they've really turned into it. Harold Letterman. They're really it's really becoming a reflection of what HBO was, on ESPN. These guys, I think I heard Teddy Atlas say that Vasyl Lomachenko was pound for pound #1. How is Vasyl Lomachenko pound for pound #1? How? I just need somebody to explain that shit to me. I really need somebody to break this shit down. How is Vasyl Lomachenko pound for pound #1? How is he pound for pound over Andre Ward? Okay? Who multiple belts and 175 and 168, fought everybody damn near in the division. Okay, how is he pound for pound over guys like Terrence Crawford? How is he pound for pound over guys like Keith Thurman? How is he pound for pound over those guys? I just don't get it. With 10 fights and 1 loss. Like, you know, like the people who like Lomachenko, I mean, I can see why you like Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a very entertaining fighter, and he's very skilled. But don't y'all think y'all going a little bit too far with this shit, man? I mean, pound for pound number one. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. How is he pound for pound number one? Explain that shit. What has he done to be pound for pound number one over them guys? Explain. Over Terrence Crawford. Shit, over Canelo Alvarez. What has he done to be pound for pound number one over those guys? What? What has he done over Triple G? How is he pound for pound number one? You guys can't explain it to me. Is it because of his skill set? Because he doesn't get hit? Because in this Miguel Marriaga fight, he got hit. He got hit. Them first 3-4 rounds, Lomachenko was getting hit. And you can say that he was playing as much as you want. Nobody play, get their ass beat. Nobody play, get hit in the face. Okay? Triple G used to fuck around and say, oh, I try to make it interesting for the fans, big drama show, all this bullshit. Huh? But the fact of the matter is, ain't nobody gonna gamble with that shit like that. Ain't nobody's gonna take a punch in the face for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? That's the stupidest shit ever. You don't know if that fight can knock you out or that punch can knock you out. You don't know if that punch can hurt you. You don't know that. So why would you just take a punch just for the fuck of it? No one would. Anybody listening to this video who would let me just punch him in the motherfucking face for no reason? No, you're not going to let me do that. You're going to try to fight. You're going to try to dodge. You're going to try to do some shit, okay, to either prevent me from punching you in the face, or you're going to try to punch me in the face as a result of me punching you in the face. You're going to do something like that, okay? So cut all the stupid shit out. Cut all that dumb shit out. All right? But back to Lomachenko, man. I mean, Lomachenko is a good fighter, man. He's a really good fighter, and I think that he has the potential to be great. I think that Lomachenko can make the move up through multiple weight divisions. I think when it's all said and done, he may be a Hall of Famer. And I say maybe because of the way that he fights. At least right now that I'm looking at it. This pressure style that he employs, this fast-paced fighting style, it may serve to be more of a detriment the higher he goes up in weight. You know what I mean? And will he be able to maintain that same pace with more weight on him? Okay? The more weight you have, the harder it is to move your body. The more exhausting it is to keep up these fast paces. Okay? So him going up to 135, 140, fighting guys like, Robert Easter and these guys up there at 135 and Mikey Garcia. And I don't hear Lomachenko talk too much about Mikey Garcia, but that would be a very interesting fight. I think I seen something. You know what? I'll take that back. I think I seen something where they was kind of talking shit to each other and stuff like that. That'd be a very interesting fight. But in a fight with Mikey Garcia, I don't know. I mean, at this point, based on what I saw versus Marriaga, I think Mikey Garcia whoops his ass. I mean, 140. I mean, I don't see that being as effective at those higher weight divisions. That fast-paced pressure fighter, outwork him, workman-like kind of style that he has. Because that's really what it is. When you take away all the flashy shit, when you take away all the frazzle, dazzle, all that bullshit, when you take it away, it's Sean Porter. Okay? It's Sean Porter. That's pretty much what it is. Outworks his opponents. Okay? I don't know that is an effective style versus someone who has the boxing IQ to be able to account for all the pressure that he employs. Okay? And I don't know that he'll be able to apply the same kind of pressure the higher up he goes in weight. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I mean, but, overall, man, I mean, this wasn't an impressive performance, to me from Lomachenko. I think he got the job done. I think that he psychologically beat Marriaga more so than physically beat Marriaga. with his conditioning and with him. And that's pretty much his style. That's pretty much what he does. He psychologically beats his opponents, making them miss and the constant pressure, But against the wrong kind of fighter, man, I don't see that. I don't see that working, man. I don't see that working against a lot of fighters out here. A-level fighters. I don't see that working. You're not gonna psychologically defeat Terrence Crawford. He's gonna be trying to knock your ass out up until the 12th round. I don't see him psychologically defeating Mikey Garcia. I don't see it happening like that. I see Mikey Garcia, going to work. Technically. Who knows, man? I don't see him psychologically beating Rigo. I don't see him technically beating Rigo, man. Rigo, all them punches that he gonna be throwing, Rigo gonna be hitting his. Oh, all right. Rigo, I don't think. You know what, man? I don't think he want none of Rigo, man. Rigo would not be there for him to even throw those pity pat punches. Rigo won't even be there for that. He won't even be there for that. You know what I mean? Rigo won't even be there for the pity pat punches. Okay. Rigo's going to stand right there with him in the pocket, in the middle of the ring. And I don't know that Lomachenko will be too successful, even though he's the bigger guy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to take everything away from the guy's performance. I think that this was a good performance versus Marriaga. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. So that's really what it is. I really want to see what he does next. Let's see what he does next. This was a good win versus Marriaga. Some people don't like Marriaga as an opponent. I think Marriaga is a good fighter. I think he's decent. I think maybe they wanted to, set up another bigger fight. Later on down the road, so they chose Marriaga. They didn't want anyone like A level, so they picked maybe like a C or B level fighter to get in the ring with. And I think that he's probably a good maybe B- level fighter. You know what I mean? I think Marriaga's good, man. I'm not down in Marriaga at all. I think he did his thing versus Marriaga. I don't think that this was an easy fight for Lomachenko. I don't think this was an easy fight. I know a lot of people are going to sit down and say this is an easy fight because they saw Lomachenko showboat a little bit. They saw Lomachenko dance around a little bit, landing a bunch of punches later on in the fight. They saw that. So maybe they're going to assume that this was an easy fight. I don't think this was an easy fight. I saw Lomachenko take some damage. I saw him take some punches. That little act he pulled in the corner, that backfired. He got hit. He got beat up in that corner. You know what I mean? So I don't think that this was an easy fight at all. And him going into the ring against someone with more skills, a little bigger, a little stronger, I don't know that it goes so easily. I don't know that Lomachenko wins it. Lomachenko still has a lot to prove, man. He really does. A lot of these motherfucking commentators and, all these other dudes, a lot of these dudes are disrespectful to the sport. You know what I mean? Like, how can you prop up someone to the level of the greatest, the best you ever seen? Like, how can you prop someone up like that who still has so much to prove in the sport of boxing? And Lomachenko has proven some stuff. He did beat Nicholas Walters. He did beat Gary Russell. He got some good wins in there, okay? But there's still so much to prove for the man. He still has a loss, okay, versus Salido. Which, by the way, in that HBO commentary, like when they were announcing Vasyl Lomachenko, the announcer made it a point to say that it was a split decision loss. God damn, I can't even talk right now. He made it a point to say with 9 wins and 1 loss by split decision. Like, he actually said that shit. Like, I've never heard any commentator specify a loss you know what I mean, or announcer specify a loss, you know what I mean, while he's announcing a fight. Like, where they do that at? I thought it was 21 wins and 1 loss. I thought that's what it was. Not 21 wins and 1 loss by split decision. You know what I mean? Like, you leaving that goddamn question mark there. Like, you know what I mean? You're leaving a question mark there. That motherfucking these announcers, these people are too guys. They think they so fucking slick. So slick. What was the point in saying that shit? Yeah. What was the point? Fuck out of here. 9 wins and 1 loss by split decision. Like, what the fuck? Okay. You gonna give us the motherfucking scorecards too? Shit. 148. Yeah, I mean, like, all right. Shit. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know. ESPN is really turning into HBO. I think Teddy Atlas and Joe Tessitore are unscrupulous right now. You know, they say anything. Whoever's paying them, they say anything. You know. It's really heartbreaking because I like Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas. You know, I like those guys. You know, when they speak the truth. You know. But this Lomachenko, HBO, ESPN propaganda machine has continued to go into the wrong direction. You know what I mean? Timothy Bradley, man. I like Timothy Bradley in this in the broadcast, man. Timothy Bradley was, you know, he really told the truth. You know what I mean? Timothy Bradley was like, you know, yeah, he's doing this. Yeah, he's doing that. But when is he going to turn it up? When is he going to step on the gas? You know what I mean? You know? We were all waiting for that. Yeah. Now, mind you, ended up stepping on the gas a little bit later. But, you know. That whole thing that he does, that's a part of how he wins his fights. Matter of fact, that is how he wins his fights. His work rate mixed with a combination of him breaking his opponents mentally is how he wins fights. You know, making them miss, but more importantly, making them work. Okay, but how well is your work rate gonna suit you when you have somebody who has a similar work rate? How well is your work rate gonna suit you when you're in the ring with someone who can counterpunch as well as you counterpunch? Is all I'm trying to say. You know? I don't know, man. You know, overall, man, good performance from Lomachenko. Congratulations to Vasyl Lomachenko. He got a good win. I just want to see who he fights next, man. That's what I want to see. Who's next? You know? You got Mikey Garcia out there. You got the guys at one. Is he gonna unify the belts at 130? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna go after those other belts? He should do that. You know, if he's not gonna do that, then go ahead and move up. You know, fight those guys at 135. I'm sorry. I think he fought at 130 this time. Yeah, fight those guys at 135. You know, I had a comment talking about Lomachenko versus Tank Davis. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Bring on Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. I think that'll be a very good fight. Let's make that shit happen. You know, Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis have made it a point to say that they're not looking at Lomachenko right now. But you know what? Bring on Lomachenko, man. You know? I mean, I understand why they say they're not looking at Lomachenko. I mean, Tank is like 20, 21, some shit like that. He's still super young. But you know what? He's a champion. Let's see that fight. You know? Let's see that fight. Let's make that fight happen. I ain't mad at that at all. You know? Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. You know? You know what I mean? If you're not going to fight Tank, then move up. Move up to 135. Fight Robert Easter. Fight Mikey Garcia. You know? Move up to 140. Fight Terrence Crawford. Fight Julius Ndongo. You know? You got to show me. You know what I mean? People gonna be running around calling you the best and shit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers are running around calling Lomachenko the best. Pound for pound number one. Pound for pound number one. You gotta earn that title. That title don't come easy. Ain't nobody just gonna give you that title. You gotta earn pound for pound number one. You know what I mean? Motherfucker gonna call you pound for pound number one. You got to show me pound for pound number one in the world over Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Triple G. You know what I mean? Vasyl Lomachenko reigns supreme. Over all them guys. Vasyl Lomachenko, huh? Okay. You gonna have to show me Vasyl Lomachenko. You really are. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know. I like Lomachenko as a fighter. I think that he's a good fighter, man. You know, I think he's gonna do some great things in the sport. But bruh, you still have a lot to prove. You're gonna have to show me. Fuck all that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Hit it up in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Twitter, box capital X or capital X die. You can hit me up on Facebook, box -sign or -sign die. Like the video, subscribe, all that bullshit. But until next time, it's your buddy Dynamite signing out. I'll let your motherfucking boy.